When we say we are accepting something, what does that mean? Does it mean that we are agreeing to something which don't want to agree, or we are reasoning out with the situation and we are accepting the situation because there is no other choice left there? Or probably we do agree with some part of the situation, and when we try to reflect on our behavior and on the behavior of others, or for that matter, things which must have happened because it is supposed to happen. So we try to give lot of things to accept something. But what does an acceptance look like? Is acceptance mean that we are agreeing to a dysfunctional behavior? Or does an acceptance means that we are actually not doing an effort to reach where we want to reach? Does acceptance means that since I don't have any choice, I'm agreeing to it? Or does acceptance mean that since I want harmony in my relationship, in my life, a peace in my life, so I'm okay with whatever happens? Acceptance is none of these things. Acceptance is something which is very profound if we really understand it. The word acceptance is camouflaged by a lot of things which we know the way we have dealt with life. So we probably look it at as an agreement to things which are happening. We try to reason out, though internally we are not happy with it. We try to fight with it, resist with it, but since we cannot do much about it, so we just go ahead because that's a way forward. Or probably we are actually accepting because everything is really good and we are okay with it. But acceptance means something which is we are okay, or rather we are accepting the situation as it is without resisting, without fighting. We are looking with a clarity of the situation, the fact which is truth out there. So when we are accepting something, we are not ruled by our emotion. We are seeing what it is, and we allow our brain to shift and get an access to something called wise brain, which we all have, the wisdom that we all have. So when we are not ruled by the emotion, the picture is more clearer. So it doesn't mean that when something is really going wrong in your life, when the situation is challenging and the behaviors are really not acceptable by other people, we are giving in. Acceptance doesn't mean giving in. Acceptance means that you're taking a step back, looking at the situation in a better clarity, and then probably finding a solution, or rather not finding a solution, but able to see the whole thing so clearly that you're able to really have that peace within you to actually let the situation be as it is. You understand what I'm meaning? It only means that acceptance is something really very higher form of you, something which is in you, which you're not able to access because you're ruled by your emotion. Sometimes when things are happening not our way, we try to change it, we try to manipulate it, we are not able to accept it because we are wanting the situation in a certain way. And it is not bad to have a goal, or we want some outcome of some action that we are doing. So if I have to give an example, I would say that suppose I want to get from A place to B, or rather if I have to give a real life example, suppose my kid is not doing what I want the kid to do. Like I want the kid to study, but the kid is actually going out and spending time with friends. So what will happen? I'll probably get angry, I'll get scared that what will happen to the kid if my child is not able to score well in the exam, where his future will be. I will try to give my child advice, and I'll say that none of this is working. And when none of this is working, that's when I feel depressed and sad. I am ruled by emotion more than the fact that my child probably is not studying because the child wants a break. It's not that I have to go and reason out. I just have to be present to the fact. Probably if I remove all this emotion, I'll be able to see it more clearly. Probably I'll be able to have a conversation with the kid. In relationship, acceptance is more to do with how you respond to whatever behavior is coming in front of you. So the way you talk, the way you respond to the situation, not with an emotion, but by being present in the moment with full clarity, that's where the whole shift happens. In your relationship, in your personal space too. Unless you have a self-acceptance of your own self, you're not able to accept anything in the situation as well as in the relationship. There are limitations, there are emotional triggers, there are things which we really cannot, say about. There are a lot of judgments, there are a lot of biases that we have in a relationship. So when we are able to move away from all of this and get a clearer picture in the moment, in this moment, where every person have a right to change, to have their behavior and to have their opinion and their life, we really accept them as they are. That's what acceptance is. Accepting something as it is. And when we are able to do that, we don't fight, we don't resist, we stand there, we see it, and we are really so happy about whatever it is, because that's how it is. That's how the whole thing is. That's how the situation is. Every challenging situation out there is how it is. And we are able to see them the way they are. And then probably the solutions and the outcome is not what you want or what you expected or what you needed. They just are what they are supposed to be. Isn't it beautiful way at times to see things? I mean, if we don't try to expect anything out of the situation and just be in the moment, then you will see that every moment you are different. Situation is different, the other person is different, and everything is for the best. And I know many of you will say that how such bad things have happened in our life maybe is for my best. Every hurt out there is supposed to heal. And you will allow your healing to happen when you accept as it is, the way it is. Then there will be space to heal, there will be space to forgive, and there will be space to let go, and there will be space to move ahead. Without that, when you're moving ahead, you are just doing it out of your helplessness, out of your emotions, and probably we are not left with any great feeling within you. Acceptance brings peace, and that's where all of us want to be. Agreeing to not agree is what we all speak, but agreeing, because I agree that you are a person with your own choices and I am a person with my own choices, I would put it across to you, and probably you will see it the way it has to be, in the way you can see it. That's when I am accepting everything about you and allowing you to accept everything about me. That's the beauty of acceptance. I hope I'm able to give you a little clearer idea, or rather a map of how the acceptance look like. We'll come with a lot of other examples in further videos. Hope I have added some value to your life today. Thanks for listening to my video. Thank you and see you soon.